Zoe Wicks, Toomey Schreiber Property Group. Welcome to my property update. So last month we sold 53 properties to the value of $28.6 million, with an average days on market of 11 days. At TS, we have sold a total of 488 properties in the last 12 months, making us the #1 selling agency in Cairns. The second runner-up is at 267 properties. In property management, 30 properties were leased with an average rent of $491 per week. The average applications per property is 9.4, with a vacancy rate of 0.3% and average days on market of about 14 days. Highlights and good news. So there is still a shortage of properties for sale in Cairns. Buyers from down south are still relocating to Cairns. This is maintaining prices here. The market is healthy. We are in spring and now is the time to sell. If you have a choice on timing, we sell properties every day of the year, but historically, spring is the best time to sell than summer, historically achieving higher prices. So if you can choose on the time to sell, sell now. There is many people moving to Cairns and they are renting, which is causing a high demand in the rental market still. 250 Grafton Street, Cairns, opposite the high school there. I sold that property for $565,000. There was some high demand because of the location, and there's more buyers in the market looking for inner city properties in that location. 315 Mini Street, Cairns. I sold that one after 10 days with 3 offers on the table. This property was immaculate, exemplifying the importance of presentation and cleanliness when selling a property. Unit 1267 Sheridan Street, Cairns, sold for $202,000 to an investor, sight unseen, but there was a building and pest inspection done at the property. This was a ground floor unit, and I'm finding that ground floor units under sort of 250 or 300, there is still a very high demand for them. 7 Gilbar Close, Caravonica was advertised at $799,000, and there was 3 offers on the table. So there's still 2 buyers who missed out on this beautiful Chris Van Dyke property, and they are keen to buy another Chris Van Dyke. Personally, I love his design. I think he's got a fabulous architectural taste. So if you have a Chris Van Dyke home, please let me know. There's buyers who are keen to purchase. With this property, we did an integrated stage where we used the owner's existing furniture and hired furniture and decorations from a stylist. I think it worked really well, and a lot of buyers commented on the beautiful presentation. So an integrated stage is often a very good option to consider to help maximise your presentation and price. Simple enhancements to a property which give a high return on investment include white paint throughout, new fans, feature lights, sheer white curtains or neutral curtains, new carpet or vinyl, and bleach. Predictions. So my predictions are sales will continue to maintain. Summer will perhaps bring a slowing in the market where prices won't be as buoyant as spring, and this is a normal market trend pre-COVID. I feel we are starting to drift back to historic property trends. There will continue to be a high demand for more low to mid-range units and houses as the cost of living continues to affect people. The COVID low interest rates are starting to end with people jumping to 6 to 7% interest towards the end of the year. I predict some people will start to offload their properties, which may cause the supply of properties in the market to increase, which may cause prices to soften. So some recommendations from conversations I've had over the last couple of months. So #1, if you have a health condition, it's better to be proactive than reactive. So if your health is declining or mobility is starting to decrease, I really encourage you to seriously consider your living arrangements, and if you need to sell your property and buy another property that is more suitable for you and more functional. And doing this, being proactive than reactive, which can sometimes be very stressful and difficult and extremely challenging. On a different topic, building under Queenslanders. So if you want to build under a Queenslander, there's something called the Q100 flood zone. So the finished floor height has to be 300 millimetres above the Q100 flood zone. So that's the slab and the tiles. So only a surveyor can determine where the Q100 flood level is. Another question, how to maintain a Queenslander or timber home? It needs to be watertight like a boat, basically. So the roof and the exterior paint need to be watertight. So checking your roof, gutters have in good integrity, and the exterior paint, periodically checking that as well, especially before wet season. Pressure cleaning the exterior of the property will also prolong the life of the paint. Also having a termite barrier management plan in place or an annual or 6 monthly termite inspection is absolutely imperative. Another topic is, can you build a granny flat at the back of a Queenslander or a property? That's a very good question. Only a town planner from the council or a building designer can advise you on this. Okay, another topic, boundaries and fences. So when installing new fences, it is advisable to get the boundaries surveyed first by a surveyor to check the location of the fence is correct, especially in the inner city suburbs that are older and are probably out. So make sure you get the boundaries surveyed first before spending money on building plans so that you know that the boundary setbacks are correct and accurate. Pools. Should you put a pool in or not? So the average pool is around $50,000 minimum at the moment. So will you get a return on investment on a pool? Yes, I think so. Do buyers calculate pools and quantify this? I believe they do. Should you put in a pool just for a sale? Probably not, but it depends on the property. There's lots of variables there. Generally speaking, probably best to sell as is. If you're putting in a pool for your own use, then yes, of course, go ahead, by all means, put in the pool. Body corporate fees. Yes, I absolutely agree they are high. However, if you do a direct comparison with the house and cost in building insurance, pool and garden maintenance, capital improvements, you may find yourself back around the same amount as a reasonable body corporate fee. Body corporates force you to have building insurance and put money aside for capital improvements like roof, gutter repairs, replacements, exterior paint, fence repairs, etc., which they manage and take care of everything. More on body corporates. If you have an elevator in the complex, the body corporate is going to be high. If there's 2 elevators, it's going to be even more expensive. So if you want to buy a property with more reasonable body corporates, avoid elevators. Okay, now to stage or not to stage a property with furniture and decorations. Yes, I absolutely recommend to stage a property. It's been proven time and time again that staging achieves greater results. An integrated stage is another more affordable option available. So thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your time and I look forward to helping you on your real estate journey and achieve your property goals and start your next chapter. Zoe Wicks, Toomey Schreiber Property Group.